How to argue in English confidently. Speak with power and respect. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to argue or defend your opinion in English, but just couldn't find the right words? Maybe your mind went blank, or you felt nervous and unsure. Don't worry, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to argue in English confidently and respectfully, even if English isn't your first language. Let's dive right in. 1. Arguing, fighting. First of all, let's clear up one big misunderstanding. Arguing doesn't mean shouting or fighting. It simply means expressing your opinion in a strong and clear way, especially when someone disagrees with you. And yes, you can argue without being rude. In fact, the more polite and respectful you are, the more powerful your argument becomes. 2. How to start your argument politely. So, how do you begin? You don't want to jump in with "you're wrong." Instead, try using polite phrases to introduce your point of view. Here are some great examples. I see your point, but I think that's an interesting idea. However, from my perspective, let me explain my side of it. I'm not sure I agree with that. These phrases show confidence and respect, the perfect combination when you're trying to make your point. Phrases to sound more assertive. When you want to express your ideas more strongly, you can use assertive phrases like, I strongly believe that, there is clear evidence that, I must disagree because the facts suggest otherwise. These help you sound confident, but still calm and in control. Remember, confidence doesn't mean being loud. It means being clear. How to disagree without being rude. Let's say someone says something you completely disagree with. What do? Well, shouting "that's wrong" won't help. Instead, try something like, I understand where you're coming from, but that's a good point, but here's another way to look at it. You might be right, but consider this. I hear what you're saying, although I have a different opinion. This way, you keep the conversation respectful, even if you completely disagree. Keep calm, stay focused. Now here's a big tip, stay calm. When you're arguing, especially in another language, it's easy to get emotional or frustrated. But the more emotional you get, the harder it is to think clearly. So breathe. Take a second before replying. Speak slowly if you need to. And remember, it's okay to pause and collect your thoughts. Being calm is actually a sign of confidence. Useful vocabulary for arguing. Let's go over some vocabulary that can really help when you're arguing in English. Evidence, facts or information that support your idea. Claim, your opinion or belief. Counter-argument, the opposite opinion. Rebuttal, your answer to that opposite opinion. Learning these words helps you structure your argument like a pro. Real-life example, simple argument dialogue. Here's a simple example of what a respectful argument might sound like. I think mobile phones should be banned in classrooms. I see what you're saying, but phones can actually be useful for research during lessons. That's true, but students often get distracted. You have a point, but maybe instead of banning them, we could set rules for how and when they're used. See how both people shared opinions, disagreed, but stayed respectful? That's how you do it. Final tips to argue confidently in English. Before we wrap up, here are some final tips. Think before you speak. Organize your ideas clearly. Use simple and direct English. Don't try to sound complicated. Practice with friends or even record yourself. Watch debates or discussion videos in English and study how people express their opinions. And finally, know that it's okay to disagree. You don't have to win every argument. Just express yourself clearly and respectfully. So next time you find yourself in a debate or discussion, don't be afraid. You've got the phrases, you've got the tips, you've got the confidence. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Which phrase will you try first in your next argument? Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life English skills that actually work. See you in the next video.